Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. From now until December 1st, double XP, double Battle Pass XP, double Gobblegum XP is live in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So why not get out there and maximize your camo grind and your XP earn rates? I got a different kind of a strategy you could use right now. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back in here to Liberty Falls. Now, I know this isn't a new strategy by any means, and this is maybe something that a lot of you don't do or don't feel comfortable doing out there. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to fire up this rampage inducer here, and well, we're going to leave it on. We are not going to turn it off whatsoever. And I'm using probably one of the worst weapons I could possibly use for this. It's the Sarkov 7.62. It is one of the marksman rifles. It's a relatively powerful here. As you see, we're doing a 307 critical damage here right off the rip, but it is a single fire marksman rifle, and it's going to get a little bit dicey and dodgy here once these zombies start spawning in by the dozens and super sprinting at me here constantly with this rampage inducer on. But what this strategy here allows us to do, it allows us to maximize the amount of rounds that we're playing, the amount of zombies that we're killing, the amount of critical shots, the amount of absolutely everything that we're doing in game, and do it as fast as possible. It cuts down all of the time in between rounds. It makes the rounds go faster. You can go from round 1, which right here at the start, all the way to the round 26 Exfil in right about 30 minutes of play. And if you're using a different weapon, like an automatic weapon or something like that, and you're getting a lot more critical kills, it's going to go a whole lot faster, and you're going to earn a whole lot more XP, and you can earn upwards of 150,000 XP per hour using this method. And it's also a great way for you to get better at Black Ops 6 Zombies, which I'll talk more about that here in just a moment. Let's have a quick word from this video's paid sponsor. Messy Modding is a safe and legitimate gaming service company that supplies services to not just Call of Duty, but for over a dozen other games. If you're looking for help with the Dark Matter or Nebula grind, bot lobbies, and more, go to check out Messy Modding using the link in the description down below and let them do all of the hard work for you. Use my code COOL to save 5%. Back to the video. Now, I have used this strategy many times before, and I can say that you can expect to get anywhere between 600 to 900 critical kills when you're running through this, and that's in about 30 minutes of gameplay. So that's anywhere from 1200 to 1800 in a 60-minute period. Depends on the weapon you're using and depends on your accuracy in that particular game. But yeah, you can get a whole lot of headshots really quickly here. And XP rate earn wise, you can go anywhere from around 120 to about 180,000 XP per hour when you're utilizing this method and you have double XP activated. Now, aside from those factors, I have used this rampage inducer for me personally to get a little bit better here at Black Ops 6 Zombies. So I'm recording this voiceover right here just a little bit post game, and I'm about to make a critical mistake right here. I have the rampage inducer on, and I just put myself in a corner with a single fire weapon while I was trying to get this bonus points on top of that air conditioner. That is something you cannot do. You will 100% be held accountable for every single move and decision that you make when you have this rampage inducer, and it does not matter if it is round 3, round 5, round 6, round 35, it does not matter. You are going to be held accountable for every decision that you make in the game. So it is a great way for you to learn how to train the zombies a whole lot better. And then when you go back to playing normal gameplays and everything just kind of slows down and you don't have to worry about, you know, making such fast decisions all of the time until you get to the high rounds, of course, you'll have to worry about making really fast decisions then at that point. But it really does help you to learn how to train up zombies. So this is a method that I would highly suggest that all of you go out there and do. Just go in, turn on that rampage inducer, and just keep going as far as you can. Keep going further and further and further each game. Get better and better and better at training zombies. And when you combine that right now with double XP, it really is like the superior strategy right now in BO6. Okay, now a quick disclaimer here. This is not the fastest way to get headshots. It is the fastest way to get headshots if you're not using the directed mode. Now, the directed mode has been reverted back to its pre-patch state. So you can now go through round 11 in about 60 seconds, the same as you were able to when the directed mode first come out. There were some changes made to it. They seemed to last about 2 days, and then everything was back to normal. There were a number of patches that got released back to back to back to back in just a few days stretch there, and it changed a whole lot. So directed mode went from being the fastest to not the fastest to right back to being the fastest again. So this is definitely not the fastest way to get headshots. Don't misread anything that I'm saying. However, not everybody out there wants to just mindlessly sit there and watch Netflix and listen to music and just grind camos in the directed mode. That is not for everybody. If it is for you, that is awesome. I utilize it myself every once in a while. Sometimes I just want to sit down and I don't want to pay attention. I don't want to be serious. So I'll hop in the directed mode and I'll grind some camos that way. And, I'll just watch Breaking Bad on Netflix or, something. Just do something else with my time and not have to be fully engrossed in the game, but can still grind out camos. That is what the directed mode is perfect for. But if you want the most intense gameplay that you could possibly play, it's got to be done with this rampage inducer on and inside of here. Liberty Falls is definitely my favorite to do this strategy on. You can do this on Terminus as well. Terminus is a lot tighter of a map. You got a lot less open area to work with, and it gets a little bit more dangerous out there. So you got to be a lot more careful when you are playing on Terminus. But however, you can use this strategy just as well over there as well. And I would suggest that even if you're using the strategy just simply to get better at Black Ops 6 Zombies, which is what I think that this truly is amazing for, then I would definitely suggest that you do both Terminus and Liberty Falls and make sure you're learning how to train the zombies up on each map, because it does vary a little bit from map to map. And we got Citadel de Mort coming out on December the 5th, and it's going to be even different on that map as well. The way that you got to train the zombies and what you got to do in order to survive on each map, it definitely is map specific. And the biggest key to success when you are going in here and you're doing this rampage inducer strategy is you need to make sure you are staying on top of your gun power. Make sure you are pack-a-punching when you can, upgrading your weapon rarity when you can, and 100% you need to be upgrading your player as well. You need to have Jug, and you need to get that 3-plate vest as soon as possible. You need to prioritize your weapon first, because the zombies just move so fast. But right down here between the bank and the bowling alley is a great place here to train up some zombies and basically just run in some circles, do some cutbacks here every now and then. Basically, you just want to get them bunched up into as tight of a little ball as you could possibly get. So we got a little straggler there, so we'll do a little cutback here and then look at them. They are in a perfect little tight little circle here, and then just turn around and go to town as much as you can. Now, if I had an automatic weapon here, they would have probably already been dead, but this weapon doesn't really fire all that fast, but it does do a fair amount of damage. Not as much as I would like to see from a marksman rifle style weapon here, but it does okay. It does okay, and I'm not going to complain at all. All right, let's go ahead and grab our 3-plate vest here. And also make sure that you take Ether Shroud into this. I would say if you're doing this solo, Ether Shroud, this is the best way to go. You get yourself in a tight little pinch like we were just in right here, and you can just Ether Shroud your way right on out of it, because you are going to put yourself unintentionally in a position that you shouldn't put yourself when it's only round 16 and all you have is basically nothing but super sprinters coming at you, and they're hitting you from a little further away and they're swiping you faster because that rampage inducer's on. You're going to be glad that you have the Ether Shroud available to you when you do need to get out of a sticky situation. But and also, if you're using a single shot weapon like this, don't let them get too close to you, because their heads will just bob and weave right in front of you and you're gonna miss them 9 times out of 10, and it's really kind of annoying. But we'll get this abomination out of the way, and there we go. We are rocking and rolling our way right on to round 17. And this is a prime example of why I say that we are completely overpowered as players in these middling rounds here. I can just trap myself in a corner. I got one of the worst possible weapons for this, but I can literally just sit in the corner, and I got the Jug and I got the reactive armor that's going to stun them whenever they break a plate. And then I got an Ether Shroud to get out of there, and I could just get myself out of sticky situations. And I can take 17 hits from the zombies right now, or sorry, 18 hits rather from the zombies, and still be able to stay alive and not go down. So yeah, it's really pretty cool. And one of my favorite training passes right here, I'll just kind of run up and I'll run over toward the zip line here, and I'll just turn around, and I got a nice little line of them there, and you take out as many as you can and then just drop on down the zip line. And then also, if you lure them between the cars and the tanks that are right here on this main road, which is kind of through this area, you don't want to be all the way back here by the ammo, but I needed some ammo right now. You can line them up in a really nice straight line, but I'm more talking about right where that mangler is standing right there. If you just lure them right through there, you get them in a nice straight little line coming down the street, and it's easy to just take them out. But it would be a whole lot easier here if I had a fully automatic weapon. Like I said, we are doing this with the absolute worst possible weapon. It's going to take way longer than it needs to take. You could get this done in about 27 minutes if you're using the right weapon and you are fully accurate with everything. And then once you have survived all the way into round 25 here, go ahead, finish that round off, and then we're just going to exfil on round 26. It gets a little bit difficult after that because especially if you're using a weapon like this. But I mean, you could go on to round 31 if you wanted to go to round 31. By all means, go to round 31. You're just going to increase the amount of time that you're in game, but you're still going to be earning XP and still getting some headshots as well. But the headshots do get a little bit harder as the rounds progress. But we'll go ahead and we'll activate the exfil, and somewhere along the line, you've killed all of these manglers and abominations. Somewhere along there, you have gotten yourself a score streak. We have a mutant injection for this one, so hopefully you have picked up a mutant injection or a chopper gunner somewhere along the way. And if you haven't yet, but you're not playing this game yet, make sure that you do that when you're in there. And then just head on over to Exfil, go ahead and pop that mutant injection or that chopper gunner, whichever one you have, and then just make sure that you exfil successfully. And then you're going to walk away from anywhere between 120 to 180,000 XP per hour playing this method. It's going to be a whole lot closer to that 150 to 180 though, as long as you got the double XP tokens and everything all going there and you're nailing all those headshots. Exfil with as much essence and salvage as you can. Don't waste it in game. It's all XP when you're done, and that will really help you to rank up fast. And if you didn't make it all the way to round 25, we'll get back in there, turn that rampage inducer on, and see if you can get to an even higher round than you got this last game, and keep on doing that. Because if you really want to get good at playing this game, you really want to get good at Black Ops 6 Zombies, do it with the rampage inducer. It's the best way to learn how to train. It's the best way to make it as hard as you could possibly make it, while the zombies are not as strong as they are in the higher rounds. So yeah, go ahead and give that a shot. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. My name is Cole Whip, and I'm out.